Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Scorpio, October 13, 2022. Knowing your priorities helps you identify what needs to go, and what could use some development or extra love and attention. Even with some areas of your life up in the air, today's Sun-Saturn harmonious aspect has the beautiful effect of grounding you. Improving your personal life, domestic world, or relationships with loved ones can be motivating, and taking care of details makes sense now. This transit also encourages you to simplify your life, particularly on personal levels. It can be physical or emotional, but either way, your focus is on letting go of excess so that your path is clearer. For example, home life might benefit from some organizing, and relationships could use rules or structure. It's a good time to honor your personal commitments and tackle projects. You can have a sense of mission regarding your domestic world or living conditions or arrangements. An important day for planning your life is here for you. As the Sun dances in your solar fourth house of home, family, and domesticity, he will link to mighty Saturn, our great taskmaster, orbiting in your solar eighth house of assets and investments. If you and your significant other have been looking for a mortgage to buy a house or a loan to renovate your property, the news could come at this time. However, if you'd like to start applying for capital and looking ahead, today's cosmic weather will also empower you to see success on your side. Figure out your assets. Since the Sun in Libra is forming a trine to Saturn retrograde in Aquarius, you might be up in the air about your investments, property, investments, and debts. It is never too late to figure out how to strategize your finances so that you can be fiscally responsible for your home and family. Use this air trine to mull over the different opportunities to feel financially secure. You may feel somewhat indecisive, but exploring your options can allow you to make the correct decision for yourself and your loved ones. At the same time that the Sun's friendly aspect to Saturn, now in his final days in retrograde motion in your financial sector peaks, another with Venus is forming. This is giving you the confidence to embrace Saturn's final days in retrograde motion in your financial sector for another 3 decades, even if that means confronting some home truths in order to take your financial power back. Today it becomes apparent just how dedicated you are to home and family. Family is a cornerstone in your life or will be at some point. The most critical issue concerning families is health. Whether you are parent or child, your health is bound to mean the world to someone else. Why not have a handle on how to take care of yourself to the best of your abilities? Know your limits and be active and creative about your health. It will do you and your family much good. Today, the vibrations are speaking about you in only the most flattering and encouraging terms. You will be taking advantage of this to put some pressure on people you collaborate with so that you can get the best out of them. There will be some improvements and movement, and contacts will have to be made and actions taken. This whirlwind of responsibilities and initiatives will end up making you lose your head and lead you to looking for refuge in your sentimental life where life is happier and filled with tender dreams. It is right in the heart of the working week, and just as whatever a full moon in your career sector has triggered is running its course, Mercury delivers the kind of work-life balance reminders that allow you to look at things objectively. Unlike when a full moon put your work-life balance to the test at the start of the week, gone is the emotional fog of war, and instead you have Mercury's intellectually savvy edge. While you want to squeeze the most out of Jupiter's final weeks in your career sector ahead, the playful, creative, and adventurous side of life's fence is preparing to catch its second wind. With Pluto now in direct motion in your relationship sector and the communication lines in good shape, on both fronts it has become more about the journey. This is freeing you up to focus more on the spirit of romance, with work-life balance in the forefront as you prepare for the Sun and Venus, the planet of love's return to your romantic sector at the end of next week. Our eyes in the sky. There is a purification process unfolding in the skies. Don't let anyone dim your light, even as the tougher planetary connections are pulling at you and trying to make you feel self-conscious. Yes, there is a continuation with Uranus and the Libra Sun, which share a minor frustration that seems as though it's tugging at your soul. The collective is now met with another aspect, with the Sun's position in balancing Libra and Saturn in Aquarius harmonizing the energy. These aspects are meant to change society, but it isn't going to happen overnight. It will help you gain insight into your life from a very spiritual level. You can't control what's happening on a larger scale. Internally, that's where the greatest change is going to occur. You can support your friends and family through these times and even take to the streets in the name of social justice. Libra is the sign of the law, and Saturn in Aquarius dictates policies. Think of this as a cosmic alliance that requires in-depth diplomacy on all levels. The scales only tip when one side isn't doing its job from a place of truth. What do you see that needs changing? Luckily, the energy encourages you to tell it like it is to anyone who will listen and shout it to anyone who isn't paying attention. Be open to those you trust who have more life experience, because they're serving as your guide through these eye-opening transits, especially when Mars in Gemini squares Neptune in Pisces in the evening. There can be an obsessive-compulsive element to this day as well. Perfectionist tendencies are very possible. Be careful to check your thoughts and make sure that you aren't being too hard on yourself. Aspects are slowing down your ability to earn the kind of money you may have become used to and asking you to become more responsible about how you spend your cash. Establish limits so you can save for retirement or other goals. Your house of creativity, family, and fun are affected. If you're having trouble getting motivated, just think about how what you do now will benefit your family in the future. In the morning, Venus in Libra squares off with Pallas, the goddess asteroid of strategy, in Cancer, creating a disconnect between how we give and receive love. The square stimulates conflict, so we recognize how our romantic conduct is working against us. Indeed, we might have been using Cancerian care and support as a strategy for entrapping lovers. In all likelihood, manipulation techniques were not entered into consciously. We simply assumed that the best way to get others to like us was to make ourselves as accommodating as possible. Yet now, we see that relationships formed using coercive means are not healthy. The whole game may fall apart, forcing us to come clean to partners and work towards achieving union more healthily. The cosmic weather is then quiet until the evening, when the Libra Sun trines Saturn in Aquarius, helping us to achieve our goals. Our past labor bears fruit, and we are provided with recognition for reaching a personal milestone. Structures have been put in place which facilitate our success. Therefore, we work less hard and see greater returns. Those with less experience can benefit from our guidance at this time. We might even use this influence to train someone to manage less rigorous duties as we rise into a position of authority and take on more responsibility.